What's going on YouTube? It's your boy kevOzilla back with another video, guys. This is going to be an updated best settings, right? How I go about getting my values and the exact settings I use for the COD Modern Warfare 2022 Pro Game Pack, the best game pack to be using right now for Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone as well. But I know Warzone 2 has its own game pack, which is pretty much the same game pack right now until, until further notice, until they say, updates and changes come and stuff like that. But nothing too major as of yet so far. But anywho, I have it right here, my first slot in my Zen, boom, as well as my first slot on my Strikepack, all right here in my game packs right here for my pass. So let's jump straight into it. All right here, boom. All right, no matter what device you have, it's the same game pack. It's going to be the same exact settings. All right, these are my settings, my in-game settings. If you want to copy and paste, feel free. All right. But it doesn't mean that, you're going to do great with my settings, especially for my sensitivity 6.6 and stuff like that. So you guys know your boy plays standard default, everything. I try to match, I try not to change too much settings that Collector Mind says, not to mess with, not to change. So whatever they recommend, whatever they say is a must, then I stick to it. The only thing I change is the sensitivity. So I do play at a 6.6, all right? Now, I used to play, like, back in the day, like Black Ops 1, stuff like that, a much higher sensitivity, but I don't know. Your boy got older, so it's like I bumped that down, especially when Warzone 1 came out, stuff like that. To me, I find the lower your sensitivity, the more easy it is to beam from a distance and stuff like that. But anywho, let's start from the top. So orange, we already know it says matching game. So this is to each their own, but these are my settings, okay? So you got to literally go to the options menu in your game and pretty much copy and paste what you see. So trigger dead zone is pretty much the dead zones of the L2 and R2, which to me absolutely makes no sense. Just leave it on 13. All right, it's already on 13 by default. The reason why I say don't even change this is because we have a trigger mod already in this game pack called head triggers. So once you enable those, it pretty much just enables the most fastest trigger press anyway on your L2 and R2. So it doesn't make sense. So I just leave it on 13. Okay. Again, here's all your settings that you got to match. So whatever you play, like I said, I play standard default everything. I don't play flip any of that stuff. So all right, now I'm moving both down. I like to keep them both side by side so like that you guys can see. Okay, here is the sensitivity. So I play 6.6 in game. 10.10 is the minimum right stick input. All right, I leave that 10. That's right on 10 by default. If you have like a good enough controller or a brand new controller, guys, do not mess with these. Do not mess with your right stick and left stick. I honestly, if you had your controller for a while and you suffer from stick drift, stuff like that, then I will say mess around with it because everybody's controller is different. But again, if you got a brand new controller or, you just recently had a controller or your analog sticks are still good and you don't suffer from stick drift, then my recommendation to you guys is leave this alone. All right. These two. All right. In game, it's already 10 and 99 by default anyway. 99 is the max. 10 is the minimum. But again, I can't tell you guys what to do. So just do whatever makes you comfortable. But that's my suggestion to you. Like, that's my recommendation. But like I said, you don't got to listen at the end of the day. All right. Moving on. All right. My curve type standard. That is the best. This is the best curve type to just when it comes to these mods and stuff. Standard. All right. Boom. Inverted for all you inverted gods. If you want, you can enable this. That's shout out to you if you play inverted. Look. All right. Now here we already know this is for the elite controller. So I'm going to go ahead and skip all this until I get to global mods. Here on the Strikepack, it's different. We got paddles. All right. The first two, paddle number one, button number one, number two is like the Dominator. The Eliminator has all four. So you have extra two. I don't play with the Eliminator, only the Dominator. All right, so my Dominator, my left paddle is going to be slide YY. I went over that, showed that countless times in game. It's pretty much like it's a slide cancel, but it's very slow. All right, and my right paddle, I always leave it to turbo map button. The reason why is because I like to map my right paddle to whatever button I wish. Normally would be X, so I just hold down that paddle, and it's automatically going to spam X for me. I like leaving it turbo map button because no matter what button you map the right paddle to, it's going to be turbo once you hold down that paddle. So let's say if I want to map it to R1 or map it to any other button, it's going to turbo that button, if that makes any sense, when I hold down that paddle. All right, moving on. All right, right here. I went a little too far. All right, the global mods. Let's see. So BR and DS, that's going to stand for block rumble and dive sprint. Dive sprint is a mod that when you hold circle or paddle, whatever, you hold circle, your character is going to dive and then get back up and start sprinting. And then you have DJ for dive jump, which is kind of the opposite, but instead of getting up and running, the character's going to just spam X pretty much. It's going to jump up. So you're going to dive and then jump up. I kind of really don't like that. That's like a weird mod, but dive sprint is definitely a go-to for me. It's pretty good. I like it. So I leave BR and DS. You also have rapid melee and autofocus, which is pretty much just auto hold breath for all those of you who snipe. All right, so I only run this if I'm doing challenges for camos and stuff like that. Other than that, yeah, your boy doesn't mess with that. I don't even really bother. All right, now same thing on here for the Zen, BRDS. Now let's move on to the hair triggers right here. Both triggers, like I explained at the top, these are pretty much like having physical trigger stops like L2 and R2, but it's digital here in the game pack, which is pretty dope. Now the aim assist. I'm actually going to be jumping into a game and explaining this. I explained this before, but I'm explaining it again, and I'm gonna show you guys how you can easily get your perfect aim assist intensity, like your value, and see what works for you. A test I normally do, and I've been doing for quite a while. All right, it's very easy. It involves going into either a private game or the shooting range, the firing range. All right, so I'm gonna show you. All right, but start from here. Okay, so your aim assist intensity 15. Leave this alone. Turbo mods delay. Leave that on 15. All right, active aim mod, aim assist. You also have other mods here, but the best one you want is aim assist. All right, moving on. Active shot mod. All right, I've been running rotational aim assist as my shot mod for quite some time now. All right, I'm running it over regular aim assist. Okay, because to me, this does work better than regular aim assist. All right, so sometimes I do disable it. I'm not gonna lie, when it's like really irking me, like when it's really like ticking me off. But other than that, normally I'm running rotational aim assist. It works pretty good in this game, and this is going to use this intensity right here overall. It shares one number. Okay, so the active aim mod aim assist and the shot mod aim assist is going to share this this value right here, the aim assist intensity. All right, I'm gonna show you in game exactly how I go about finding your perfect value, like I said. All right, shot mod activation 95. Anti-recoil mode, off enemy. All right, new people still get confused about this. All right, off enemy is pretty much, shooting at a wall, getting a beam. But when you shoot at an enemy, you're still gonna get kind of a kick, like a little bit of recoil. All right, me and so a lot of other people prefer this over on enemy. On enemy, you can make a beam shooting at somebody, but when you miss your shots, your recoil is gonna be thrown off. All right, that's why I don't like it. And I've tested it, I tried it, and I don't like it. I prefer off enemy. All right, because the recoil you get with off enemy is easily controllable. It's like, it's nothing. Trust me, it goes up a little bit, but you can easily control it. Right, you can easily control it. On enemy, like I said, yeah, it's gonna allow you to hit more shots. Well, no, I should say it allows you to keep there's no recoil if you're hitting your shots. But once you miss them shots, them little shots, your gun is gonna be pulled, and normally it's gonna pull down, like straight down. To me, it's very bad, especially from a distance. If you're trying to beam from far away. Trust me, nah, bad all around. All right, so I just leave that off enemy. But again, I'm not one to tell you what to do, but try it on enemy. But do not mess with dynamic. Don't. Dynamic is the fuse between both of them. And the way it works is you get off enemy about like a quarter way or halfway, you press down on your R2. And then a full press, you're going to get on enemy. I think that's how it worked, because that's how it worked in the past. That's weird. That's not it. Trust me. So choose and try out either or. But me and all my values, stuff like that, I get them with off enemy. Weapon swap mode, manual. All right, this is pretty much swapping between your primary and secondary weapons of those loadouts. You can have it manual, which you got to press the whole touchpad and press triangle for your primary, or press the whole touchpad and press circle for your secondary. All right, or automatic, which means you just press triangle and it's going to swap between your primary and your secondary. All right. Obviously, on the Zen, you will have to look on, the Zen itself, the LED screen, to see your primary, secondary. On the Strikepack, green indicates primary, and red indicating secondary. All right, boom, there you go. See, of your loadouts. So let's leave it on manual for now. And then here are the weapon profiles. I reset all of them. They're all at 000 because this video is not about like finding values or anti-recoil stuff like that. It's about best settings, and I'm going to jump into a game, like I said, and explain more about aim assist. And how any of you guys can easily go about finding what works for you as far as aim assist. All right, guys, so I found something better. I'm actually going to be controlling my account and my girlfriend's account. You can see her down there. All right, she's not here to help me, so bear with me. Bear with your boy. I'm going to control both controllers. All right, now going into the game pack and navigating, you press the whole touchpad, press the whole options. All right, we're going to be focusing on active aim mod and active shot mod. All right, active aim mod, you're going to have aim assist when ADSing. All right. Every time you ADS is going to be kicking in. If you press X on it, then press R1, go over to aim assist intensity. Here is where you can configure and change your intensity values. I know it's on 25. I was doing testing before I started recording. Now, 15. I recommend all you guys to start off from 15, new and old. If you're new to the aim assist mod and all that sticky aim assist, just leave it on 15. That's what Collector Mind says is the best. It works out for everyone. All right. So let's press circle. Let's press circle. Let's press X on save. All right. You can see she's over there. All right. Well, the control's over there. For ADS, you can see the screen is shaking. It's moving. Now, believe it or not, there's some people that can't even handle this. Okay. It's because it all depends on your eyesight. It all depends on your play style and what works for you. Okay. That's why when it comes to the aim assist, just like anti-recoil values, aim assist especially, you can't just copy and listen to anyone's advice that they say, oh, use this value, use this aim assist, this is aim, blah, blah, blah. Because what works for them might not work for you. They may be able to handle crazy screen shake, but you can't. All right. Now, like I said, I know there's people that can't even handle 15 that they rather just turn it off. I don't blame them. You're not going to hurt your eyes just because you want to have like crazy sticky aim assist. Don't do that. Your health comes first. All right. But I know there's a lot of people, like I said, you know, that they really got bad eyesight, stuff like that, and the screen shaking just messes them up and makes them nauseous and stuff like that. So, guys, don't just listen to people. Don't just listen to me or any other content creators out there. You got to come on here, go into a firing range or come to a private game and test and see what works for you. Okay, now looking at the wall for ADS, you can look at this brick wall right here on the left side, this pillar. You can see it is moving. I can clearly see that. But I can handle higher. ADS, sticky aim assist only works when you ADS, okay? So let me swap to my knife and let me go close to a wall. And if I hold L2, you can see the screen is shaking. You can see the pillar moving a little bit. You can see that? I hope you guys can see that clearly. Now, if I let go of L2, you can see, boom, it stops. If I hold L2 again, you see it's moving, all right? Then it stops, all right? Same thing with your ADS. You can see it moving and then it stops. Another way you could tell the strength and all that is if you ADS and you slightly move your right stick, you can see the camera going like, woo, woo, was like twirling. Because that's what aim assist mod does. The ADS aim assist mod, it pretty much spins the right stick. It spins it for you, all right, in a circle, all right? Now, the higher you go in intensity, the faster it's going to be, for example, all right? And I highly recommend you guys go slow, all right, when it comes to going up, all right? So go to a 16, 17, gradually go up. Don't just jump and go to like a 25, 30, all right? I'm going to do it for the sake of the video because I want to show you guys, all right? This is my cutoff. 25. If I press circle save, and I ADS on her, check it out. Look at that. You could clearly see a screen shaking now. If I look at the wall, it's like that you guys can really see it. Look at that. You guys see that? Now, if I swap to a knife, check this out. Look at that. The whole thing is shaking. See, that's what happens if you have a gun in your hand and you got the ADS intensity at a 25. Okay? Now, from a 15 to 25, there's really no difference. It's not going to turn to an aimbot, guys. Please, if you purchase Strikepack Zen because you got food and you were watching another content creator, they say aimbot, they say this, they say that, you got tricked because they clickbaited. I do apologize, guys, but that's not going to happen. You're not going to get any of that with the Strikepack Zen. With these devices, you have to, it's all about numbers, and it's all about what works for you. Match your settings. Everyone's different. You cannot just copy someone else's video, someone else's settings, and think it's going to work for you guys. That's not how it is, all right? And if someone brainwash you into thinking that, oh, with these devices, you can just pick up any gun, it's gonna be a beam. I'm sorry, you got fooled into purchasing the device. They fooled you. You should have came across my channel first. I'm sorry. I think that's why a lot of people don't like me, because I'm real and I don't lie about these devices. I'm straight up. I'm gonna tell you, the ins and outs and what works and don't work. All right, and I'm gonna be real with you. These devices are far from that. You're not gonna get any of that. Okay. I know a lot of other people, they might lie in their videos, stuff like that. I guess that's for the views and stuff. I understand that. But don't just believe that, guys. You got to understand. A lot of people will hit me up saying, oh, this device is not what I was told. It's not this and that. It's like, oh, you got fooled. I'm sorry. But you pick up these devices, it's a learning curve. You got to take your time, jump into a game, make sure you got all your settings correctly, and then just spend like days just seeing what works out for you. The aim assist, the values, all that. All right, guys? Now, this is at 25, right? So I'm going to show you there really isn't any difference, all right? So I'm going to see if I can control both. With my thumbs off of the analog sticks, I'm ADS on her, and I'm going to move her around. You can see? This is what you get. This ain't aimbot. This is all you're going to get. And look, it cuts off right when I get out of the line of sight. See that? That's going to happen regardless, all right? This is intensity 25, guys. You can see that? See, it's still following, all right? Now, I'm not moving no analog sticks. Right? Obviously, this ain't aimbot. So when in a real gunfight, you're going to be moving your right stick and you're going to be shooting and stuff like that. Right? Now, I'm going to decrease it back to a 15. All right, what they recommend. All right, everyone starts at. So 15, circle, save. All right, now same thing. Check it out. Look at this. See, it's still pulling. Look at that. See, once she gets out of sight, it starts pulling. Look at that. It's the same thing. This is hard to control like this. See, I wish he was here, but see, once you get out of sight, it stops. Look, doesn't matter. See, 25, 15, whatever. Look, I can go all the way back and it's still pulling. You see that? It's still pulling. Even if I had a no optic, if I had an iron sight, it will still be pulling. Now, like I said, obviously you're not going to be just standing here ADSing. You're going to be firing as well. All right. Now, again, your health comes first. So if it's making you nauseous, if it's hurting your eyeballs, stop and decrease it. All right. I would even say disable the aim assist mod because it's not for everyone. All right. It's not for everyone. Now, for some people, the higher their intensity, the more to them it feels like, it's being stickier. That might be the case. It might be a little more stickier, but that's because the screen is shaking. Like I said, it's spinning more and more and more faster. So it feels like when you're ADSing, it's pulling more. All right. But, that's not for everyone. Like I said, if you can't handle a higher intensity, just don't. Then just play at what you can handle, a 15, a 20, or whatever. But like I said, Collector Minds, they do recommend just leaving it at a 15 because you get the best of both worlds. You get sticky aim assist plus the least amount of screen shake. All right. Now, let's go on to the shot mod because I don't want this video to be too long. But let me also explain as active aim mod, you can also have rotational. All right. Which what rotational does is, let me show you real quick, circle, save. Rotational, instead of moving your right stick, okay, when you ADS, look at my legs. It's moving the left stick. So it's moving my character in a circle very fast, round and round and round. All right. Making you look like a crazy person. What I find that works great is this setup. All right. So for my active aim mod, I'll leave it on aim assist. All right. And for my active shot mod, I'll leave rotation aim assist. Now, you can only have one intensity. It works for both. It shares all around for your active shot mod and aim assist. So, for example, if I press X on rotational as a shot mod and I go over to intensity, you can see it's 15 because it's sharing one number. All right. Now, aim assist as a shot mod is going to be the same thing. All right. Instead of when you ADS, it's going to give you aim assist while firing as well. So, for example, let's go to the knife. All right. I'm holding L2. The screen is shaking. All right. You can see that the pillar is moving. If I let go, it stops. And if I hold R2, same thing. See it moving. And if I let go, it stops. So you can have aim assist, both aim assists, either rotational or regular aim assist while firing or ADSing. I prefer only having it while I'm ADS. And as an active shot mod, I prefer rotational. Now, check it out. When I'm ADSing, you can see my character's not moving. All right. But I am getting the aim assist while I'm ADSing. You can see that. All right. The pillar is moving. You can see it clearly. It's not too much, but it's there. See that? The whole map is moving. If I stop, all right, if I let go, it stops. Now, if I hold R2, check it out. Everything's moving like crazy because the rotational is moving my left stick. You see that? It's moving my character. Like back, forth, back, forth. This is pretty good for like mid to close range. All right, especially for hip firing. Rotational is very good. All right. That's the reason why I leave my shot mod on rotational. But there are times where I do get upset. All right. I'm getting my butt whipped and I just turn off my active shot mod because overall I do a lot better sometimes just leaving this on disabled. There's 1,000,001 ways you could go about trying to test out your aim assist and what works out for you and stuff like that. All right. Me, like I said, these are mine. All right. 15. Okay. Because 15 is good for pretty much if you're new and old. But the more familiar you get with, seeing how it works and aim assist intensity and see how it helps you out in game, the more you will be like, all right, you know what? I want to go up to a 20. I want to increase it. But again, only go up to your limit. Please, guys, just don't try to force yourself into trying a certain, intensity value because someone else said, are they're like claiming, oh, this is the best, because it works for them. That's not the case for everyone, all right? So, again, my shot mod is on rotational. My active aim mod is aim assist. And my intensity is a 15. Sometimes I go to a 20. All right. I used to go higher than that, but honestly, higher than that, it's not for everyone. So, to be completely honest, anywhere from 15 to 20 is spot on. If you can't handle it, then just decrease from there. But no matter what intensity you at, guys, see, once the enemy's out of your sight, it's not going to kick in. All right. It's only going to kick in when they're in your line of sights yet. All right, so bear that in mind. Bear that in mind. All right. As always, take care, everyone. Till next time.